In this report, I will share an itemized estimated cost to retire early in Sofia, Bulgaria, including rent, utilities, groceries, restaurants, transportation, and other expenses for low to middle range living costs. This was not my first time in Bulgaria. Sofia is affectionately known as the most affordable European capital city. Here are my thoughts about why I decided to go to Bulgaria 11 years ago. It's not all about saving money. When I learned about a place that sounds fun, I put it on my maybe list, but that is just the first step. The next step requires feedback from other travelers. When I chat with other travelers, I ask them what places in the world they love and or do not love. If they love places I love and they don't like places I don't like, then I know that we have very similar tastes. Once I know we have similar tastes, I start asking them about places on my maybe list where I have not been to yet. If they love places on my maybe list, I go to those places. So I met an American in Eastern Europe who loved Prague, Buenos Aires, Budapest, and Gdańsk, Poland. Since I love those places, I listened intently when he said that he loved Sofia, Bulgaria. So I had to go. I grew up in the USA, so I like a little chaos in my life now. Parts of the USA are a little dry for me. Some cities use zoning to keep neighborhoods in homogeneous controlled value ranges, so everybody in that area fits within the desired economic groups. They are often required to paint their homes the same colors to avoid fines. Within those tightly controlled value ranges, the nearby malls, strip malls, and commercial centers often end up with the same sets of chain restaurants and retail outlets designed to sell to those tightly coupled neighborhoods. So in those parts of the USA, not much is surprising. It all starts to feel predictable. There's nothing wrong with predictability. No offense intended if that's your thing. So long as you know what you love about life, you're 90% on your way to getting there. But if you're more like me, having grown up in homogeneous world and neighborhoods, you may like a little more chaos in your life now. Movies, music, books, and TV are not enough for me. I want to walk out my front door and see, feel, taste, and touch things that are a little less predictable. I find chaos refreshing now. Since I loved Bulgaria back in 2013, I decided to come back and show it to you again today. I want to share my estimated cost of living here if the two of us move to Sofia, Bulgaria year-round on a tight budget. We'll also include middle range cost of living estimates so you have another data point. But first, I'll share my retirement desirability factors for Sofia, Bulgaria as I show you the video I just took here. Okay, Sofia, Bulgaria, retirement desirability factors. Before you move anywhere outside your home country, create a list of things that you must have for your happy retirement. Here are my retirement desirability factors, and I will rank each as high, medium, or low before assigning an overall retirement desirability score to Sofia. Okay, walkability, I would say high. We walked everywhere in central Sofia. We only booked a taxi to get from the airport to our apartment when we arrived and to get from our apartment to the bus station when we left. Sofia also has great public transportation we would use if it was raining, so we would not need a car if we lived in Sofia. Okay, internet, I would say high. The Wi-Fi in our Airbnb was 198 megabits per second down and 99 megabits per second up. Unless you're running a server out of your house, it's hard to imagine why you would need a faster connection. It was good enough for us to do Zoom calls, upload YouTube videos, and watch Netflix. All right, food. Hi, there was a Lidl grocery store just 2 short blocks from our house. This is our favorite grocery store in the world. They have an amazing selection with very reasonable prices. There's also a great assortment of restaurants with flavors from much of the world. Weather, I would say medium. Sofia is 595 meters, or about 2,000 feet above sea level. At that elevation, things remain fairly cool year-round. Sofia receives an average of 98 centimeters or 38.6 inches of snow per year, and the ground averages 56 days with snow cover per year. 𝗂𝗏𝑒𝑣𝑒𝑡𝑠, at about 90 minutes away, is one of the closest ski resorts to Sofia. Daily highs in Sofia average from 38 Fahrenheit or 3 Celsius in January up to about 82 Fahrenheit or 28 Celsius in August. Nightly lows average from 22 Fahrenheit or minus 6 Celsius in January to 58 Fahrenheit or 14 Celsius in July. If you love to ski or board or love snow on the ground for a few months of the year, then you may rank Sofia's weather as high. Okay, things to do. I would say hi. Sofia is the capital of Bulgaria, so there is much to do here. Sofia is a beautiful, walkable city with parks, restaurants, cafes, and walking streets. There are museums, live music, people watching, cultural tours, coffee shops, shopping malls, and art galleries. There's also an interesting array of statues spread around the city where you can learn about famous people that live there. If you're a cultural explorer, you're likely to really enjoy your time here. Okay, social considerations. According to Wikipedia, English is the most common foreign language spoken in Bulgaria. 25% of Bulgarians claim workable knowledge of English. However, proficiency in English or another language is necessary for high-level career prospects. However, in remote areas outside of Sofia, not in tourist meccas, you'll have to rely on Google Translate and universal hand gestures and pantomime. So you may want to enroll in a Bulgarian language class, which is also a great way to meet people. Okay, safety considerations. According to the U.S. Embassy in Bulgaria, Bulgaria continues to participate actively in military missions and to have a close security partnership with the U.S., NATO, and the EU. Additionally, the U.S. State Department webpage for Bulgaria published the lowest level 1 risk for Bulgaria: exercise normal precautions. Numbeo surveys report that crime is lower and safety is higher in Bulgaria than in the U.S. We have been out as late as 1 o'clock in the morning and haven't seen or heard a hint of violence. Okay, expat community. Here are a few Facebook pages that cater to English-speaking expats living in Sofia. 3 links provided. These online expat communities are great for learning all about things that expats want to learn when they first move overseas. But do scroll down and read the previous questions that are asked and answered before posting any questions to the group. These groups are more likely to answer questions that they have not already recently answered. Okay, medical. This Healthcare International Comparison Index ranks Bulgaria 65th in the world, 4 spots better than the US, which is at 69th. There are different ways healthcare is rated, but this one seems to be considering quality of care in relation to what patients are charged. You may decide to seek treatment in one of the other countries in the world on this list that I have had great experience with, such as in Thailand, ranked 31st, or Malaysia, ranked 42nd. It's also true that there are very good doctors in Sofia. So make sure to ask around for referrals and establish relationships with doctors based on the feedback you have gotten from others who have used their services. The above expat Facebook pages may be a good source for that. Tourist visa. Bulgaria is a member of the Schengen visa countries. Citizens of many countries such as UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Malaysia, USA, and many others are given 90 days visa-free entry upon arrival. Plus, we can stay in any Schengen member country for no more than 90 days out of any 180-day period. The Schengen countries will soon be implementing an online portal where visitors intending to visit must register online and pay a small fee. When we entered Bulgaria on a flight from Armenia, they didn't ask Chung or myself any questions. They just stamped our passport upon entering Bulgaria because it was the first entry into a Schengen member country for this 180-day period. Bulgaria residence permits. A residence permit allows foreign citizens to legally stay in Bulgaria beyond the Schengen period. You start by getting a D visa. D visas are issued for retirement, employment, education, skilled professionals, marriage, entrepreneurs, family relationship, and foreign investors. Each requires a specific set of documents. The retirement visa requires an application, photos, passport, evidence of sufficient financial support to support yourself, such as pension income, medical insurance, proof of accommodations, and a criminal background check. One source I found says that the minimum monthly proof of income would be less than 600 euros per month. Once in possession of the D visa, you can begin the process for a longer-term visa that can lead to citizenship if desired. The key to this process will be finding the right immigration lawyer. I suggest using the above Facebook pages for finding a reference to a good immigration lawyer from someone that has been through the process and can confirm the efficiency and fairness of a specific lawyer. One lawyer that I have heard expats talk about positively is Dimitar. I'll provide the email and phone number below at the first link in the notes below this video. Okay, real estate. Presently, foreigners can take title to real estate in Bulgaria with ownership rights with some restrictions on the kind of property and the minimum purchase price, which changes from time to time. However, I do not recommend buying real estate in a foreign country until you've lived there for an extended period of time, making sure you love it. If you decide to buy, you should also get your own lawyer that has no conflict of interest with you. For example, do not use a lawyer recommended by your real estate broker or local lover. Okay, Sofia Bulgaria, retirement desirability score. I would say medium. Sofia Bulgaria remains one of my favorite cities in Eastern Europe. I love the people, the rhythm of life, and the endless things that seem to be happening here. But I would not be willing to put up with snow on the ground for 2 months of the year. So I would only take Sofia as a base if I had enough money to fly south for at least 4 months each winter. But if you're a skier or a snowboarder and snow isn't a bother for you, then you may rate Sofia as high. Okay, estimated cost to retire early in Sofia, Bulgaria. If you would like to learn how I fired my boss and traveled the world for 16 years and how I pay for things, grab a free copy of my ebook. Rents. I found this furnished one-bedroom apartment for rent for 475 euros, which is about $513 per month in Sofia. If you rent for a shorter period of time on Airbnb, it would be much more expensive. If you rent a larger flat with more space, it could easily cost twice as much per month. So the middle range expenses, I will estimate 900 per month, and which will depend on the size and the area. So here's a link to the process we use to find great apartments. So we'll show you a table of all the expenses in a moment. We'll use $513 per month for our lower rent estimate and $900 per month for the middle cost of living estimate for expats who want more space. Okay, utilities. We estimate that the year-round average for our utilities would be about $100 per month. The utilities would cost more for the larger space, starting at around $160 per month. Groceries. When possible, we would purchase fruits and vegetables from small shops and street vendors to save money once you know what locals pay. But we would also shop in grocery stores for non-perishable foods and other things like shampoo and detergents. We estimate about $350 per month for groceries. Other expats are likely to shop more often in expensive grocery stores, often spending more than $450 per month on groceries. Restaurants. We would eat out twice per week, mostly in more local style restaurants, averaging about $6 to $10 per meal per person, and 1 or 2 splurges per month for about $12 to $15 US per person. If you add all that up, we would spend around $250 per month for the two of us in restaurants. We may have a beer here and there, but that's covered below under alcohol. Other expats are likely to eat more Western-style foods in expensive expat-style restaurants and less in local-style restaurants, so they would likely spend more on restaurants, like $350 per month for 2 people in restaurants. Of course, it is lifestyle dependent. Cell phone data. The cost to get a prepaid SIM card for your unlocked smartphone is about $6 US per month with about 8 gigabytes per month of data. My Android phone will act as a hotspot so we can both be on the internet at the same time when we're out of the house together. Other expat couples are likely to buy 2 prepaid SIM cards, so they would spend around $12 per month. Laundry. The apartments all seem to have clothes washing machines. The above grocery estimate included laundry detergent. Okay, drinking water. We read online that the water is clean here and many people drink water from the tap, but we would be more careful. We didn't see reverse osmosis delivery in 20-liter jugs here, so we would probably get a Brita type water filter. The filter refills would be about $5 per month. Okay, internet, 60 megabits per second up and down is about $14 for in-home Wi-Fi. Public transportation. A monthly pass for the public transportation is $14 US for seniors and $28 US for others. So if you add that up, it would be $42 per month for the two of us. Other expats might spend more riding taxis or the yellow taxi app and less on public transportation, so I would estimate about $100 per month for them. Alcohol, which is optional of course. Domestic beer in grocery stores in Sofia is about $1.05 US for 500 ml beers, which are larger than the US beers, which are 330 ml. In bars and restaurants, half-liter drafts, draft domestic, run from about $3 to $4 US. We estimate about $120 per month on alcohol for the two of us. Many other expats would spend a higher amount for imported foreign or craft beers in expat bars, so maybe $220 per month for 2 people, assuming they're not into imported whiskey or wine. Okay, entertainment, which is also optional. We would budget about $200 per month for entertainment for the two of us. We enjoy doing more do-it-yourself kinds of entertainment, so expats might spend a little more, maybe $300 per month for the two of them. Okay, let's sum that up. For estimated costs to retire in Sofia, Bulgaria, we'll start with a lower cost rent, $513 US, utilities $100, groceries $350, restaurants $250, cell data $6, laundry $0, drinking water $5, internet $14, and transportation at $42. The lower estimate would be $1,280 per month. Add optional alcohol at $120 would put you at $1,400 per month for 2 people. Add optional entertainment for $200 and you would be at $1,600 per month for 2 people. If you look at the middle range costs with the higher rents, the higher groceries and restaurants, and higher transportation, that would add up to $1,991 per month. Add optional alcohol would put you at $2,211, and add optional entertainment of $300 would put you at $2,511 per month. The above lower estimated cost of living would be if the two of us lived in Sofia, Bulgaria on a tight budget. The middle estimate is just an example of what other expats might spend if they moved here. To understand what it would cost you to live here, you must put your feet on the ground, see what you would choose to rent, where you would eat, and how you would entertain yourself, and add it all up. It doesn't matter what anyone else spends because we are all different. Please click on the first link in the notes below this video to read the full report on Sofia, including where to stay, shop, and eat, our free walking tour, our pub crawl details, and all of our favorite restaurants and things to do in Sofia. Make sure to subscribe if you would like us to show you all the best places in the world to retire cheap in paradise. And make sure to click the free ebook link on the screen now to learn how I was able to fire my boss and travel the world for 17 years. And click the video on screen now for my top 15 places to retire cheap in paradise for 2024.